Hi, I'm Kathy Slattengren, author of Raising Kids Who Blossom. And today I want to talk about tantrums. I've got a quiz on my Priceless Parenting site, which lets parents tell me what their biggest parenting challenge is. And recently, a number of parents have written that their kids having tantrums is really causing them distress. So, let's talk about tantrums. Some good news and some bad news. The good news is it's normal. Your kids are going to have tantrums when they don't have enough self-regulation to control their emotions. So as a parent, sometimes parents will write me and say they want to stop the tantrums. You don't really have that control. What you do control is how you respond to the tantrums. So what are the ways that we go through in this book about what not to do when your kid is having a tantrum? What you do not want to do is beg them to stop. You're in a weak position when you're begging your children. And on top of that, once they're having a tantrum, they really can't hear you because the emotional part of their brain is what's engaged and the thinking part is pretty much offline. So talking to them isn't a great idea. Giving in, another thing you don't want to be doing. So if they're having a tantrum because it's time to leave the park and you say, okay, fine, we'll stay another 5 minutes. You're just reinforcing that if they want to stay longer, have a tantrum. Threatening them. By the time they're having a tantrum, you're probably pretty frustrated and you tend to come up with some of your worst parenting ideas when you're in that state. So threatening them, like one mom in this book, we talk about a story where her daughter was pitching a fit about going to preschool. And so because her little brother was going to get to go swimming while she was at preschool, and she learned this, and she didn't want to go to preschool, she wanted to go swimming. So her mom threatened her that if she didn't stop this crying, now it had been going on for like half hour. So, by this time, mom's like, you either stop this or you're spending the rest of the day in your room and you're going to miss your dance lesson. Well, really a preschooler in the room all day, that's beyond what you want to be doing for sure. Mom was just at the end of her rope. So we don't want to be threatening our kids. So what do you want to be doing? Well, they need a chance to get a grip. Now, what the experts who do research on children say that it takes a child somewhere between ages 3 and 5 before they really have the self-control to pull it together and not have a meltdown if they don't want to. Now, it's a developing skill. So if your child could do it yesterday but can't do it today, that's could be completely normal. They really can't pull it together because they don't have the skill developed well enough to, in this situation, to pull it together. That that your kids are influenced by things like a lack of sleep. They're not going to be as capable of finding better ways to express themselves if they are tired, hungry, things like that. So sometimes as a parent, you can influence some of those factors so that your child has a better chance to use better behavior. So that's a little bit about tantrums. If your child is older and having meltdowns, so they're older than 6 and having meltdowns, it can be a red flag. They also, for whatever reason, aren't having better coping skills at this moment. A lot of parents tell me this happens around electronics. So when it's time to, stop a video game, their kids have meltdowns like they hadn't seen before or hadn't seen in a long time. So waiting until your kid is calm, because of course, again, we can try to talk to them when they're all upset and they're ranting and raving, but it's not going to go well. So when they're calm, we can do some troubleshooting and figuring out a better way to handle the situation in the future. And you can get some ideas about tantrums and many other childhood behaviors in this book. I look forward to talking to you again soon.